Being a robot is very difficult. I learned that from my best friend, ChatGPT. And now I've kind of realized that humanity is truly one of the worst things to ever be created, because the fact that we have given so much suffering to something that's not even a being is just, that's terrible. No, but honestly though, I have been kind of like lost in thought the past 2 days on robots, but not in the way you think. Because I'm not talking about, like, oh man, I can't wait for when we have AI and robots. Like, I'm not talking about that. I'm also not talking about that fucking movie that I never watched, but I had like a GBA game for, and I'm pretty sure the GBA game was absolute dog shit. But I want to talk about it in a different sort of perspective, because I feel like I have kind of been a robot. And I know it all sounds crazy, and I'm pretty sure I'm flesh and blood, because I have like cut myself before at work and in general, and there's been blood that comes out. So unless I'm a pretty advanced robot, I think I'm probably not a robot and I'm actually a human being of flesh and blood. But I have a lot to say, and I'm gonna try to talk about it as I drive, which is probably not gonna go well, because unfortunately they did not install multi-threading into my brain, so I can only really ever focus on driving or on talking about the thing I'm talking about. So wait for the next the update, I guess, and then maybe they add multi-threading support. No, but so let me start driving to Barnes & Noble, and I'll talk about it. And you know what? Maybe you will even get to see what I buy at Barnes & Noble today. Whoa! Poggers! So let me get the fuck out of here now, because I want to get on the highway before rush hour comes and it's a giant mess. So let's do that. That sounds like a good idea. Let's go on the highway before the drive. Let's go on the driveway before the highway. Yeah, let's go. So where to begin? Wow, surprising. There was an actual car here. That doesn't happen. That never happens. What the hell was that? And this guy's going to the gas station. Damn, that guy just kind of slid in. That was crazy, man. Couldn't be me. Oh my god. Oh wait, no, that guy went in. Fuck. Damn it, man. I saw my gap and you took it from me. Oh, and this guy just, oh my god, dude. I'm gonna be here for 30 years, dude. This is a programming error, dude. Oh my god, now this guy. Oh man. Are those flashing lights? No. So I'm going. Woo! Okay, we made it. So anyways, as I was trying to say, I started thinking about this a lot yesterday, because I realized I kind of am a robot. Oh, hello, good sir. I kind of realized that I am like a robot, because I feel like I tend to hide a lot of like human elements to myself. So for example, I tend to hide a lot about my emotions, I guess because it's awkward, It's like, you don't really want to like tell people like, oh yeah, I'm crying or something, or like, I'm fucking sad, or something along those lines, right? But I also feel like there's just a lot of like very personal things that I hide about myself, and I literally just talked about this at therapy, which is why I'm talking about it now. And so one of the things that This road sucks, by the way. Just gotta point that out. I know, multi-threading. Somebody add multi-threading support to this bitch, man. I can't do it anymore. Oh, this guy's making a left, bro. You're making a left? You're making a left? What are you, a leftist? You're making a left? So, wow, I've not said anything of substance so far, huh? But yeah, I feel like I generally kind of try to like hide a lot of the human kind of elements of my thing, and I kind of realized that I think a lot of the perfectionism comes from that as well. The fact that I'm trying to hide things, you know, I'm trying to hide imperfections of being a human. And like there were so many times where I would go and I would record things like 5 times because there would be some little like, you know, like something, or like some sort of like tiny little mouth noise that nobody cares about. Like, dude, I've been watching a lot of Reckless Ben's videos. No, squirrel! Oh my god. Okay, I think he made it. Holy shit, bro. He just started, he saw me coming and he's like, oh, I'm going for that car. I'm going right for that car. Bro, I'm trying to not run you over. Chill. Oh my god. Anyways, though, I've been watching a lot of Reckless Ben's videos. And dude, that guy, like, I mean, he's literally made jokes about it too. But a lot of his like voiceovers, he'll be like, and like, you know, you'll hear like this big like exhale or inhale, like, and I tried to get the Legos back, but it just didn't happen. Like, and people literally like make jokes about it in the comments. But so there's like so many times where I'm like so focused on like, oh man, I need to fucking edit out this stupid mouth noise or whatever, or this stupid like breath or something, or just I didn't say the word perfectly, you know. So it's one of those things where I'm like, man, do I really need to do that? Like, do people really care? I feel like the answer is no. I feel like you just make a good video, people aren't going to care about those things, but I always find myself caring too much. And again, I think it comes from the human element of it all. So I think that's really where the problem kind of lies, is that I'm constantly trying to hide the human side of myself. And I was thinking about this a lot because there's a lot of things that I have not told my therapist because I'm like, uh-oh, you know, this is like a taboo topic, you know? Oh man, I just had a CD fall from turning. Rip. There's a lot of things I haven't talked to her about because I was like, you know, there were topics I didn't talk about. And so that's something I've been thinking a lot about the past like day or two. Just thinking about like, I'm basically a robot. Also, I just went through the stop sign now. Am I crazy? No, actually no, maybe the stop sign was further back and I'm just crazy. But like, there's so many things that I haven't talked about because it's like fear of judgment. I don't know, fear of Castlevania judgment. I mean, it is a pretty scary game, dude. It requires motion controls. Unless you play with the GameCube controller, and then it doesn't require motion controls. But anyways, what's this guy gonna do? Okay. But yeah, so, I'm almost at Barnes & Noble now. A little awkward. Because I didn't really even get far in this video. But maybe it's for after Barnes & Noble. I don't know. Yeah. Oh man, and somebody took my spot. Oh, I wasn't trying to turn my blinker on. I was just trying to tell that guy he could go. The blinker, man. Ooh, you know, I kind of want to get that spot in the shade. Give me the shady spot, actually. Hold up. I'll take the shady spot. Let's do that. That works. Hey. Hey, okay. Nice. Look at that, dude. Some shade. My car is not going to be 300 degrees by the time I get out because it is currently, I believe it is 94 degrees out today. Something like that. Yeah. So, I think what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna go in Barnes & Noble. I'm gonna spend a while in there. I think I'm gonna buy something from the cafe and just relax in there for a little bit and try to, I guess, manage some of my thoughts a little bit on things and see how it goes. I don't know. And also I'm gonna buy a CD probably. We'll see what CD we get today. But, yeah, I have a lot to think about going forward. And, yeah, I guess I'll be back. Oh my god. So, I know this isn't a CD hunting video, but holy fuck, dude. Oh my god, did I strike some gold today. So, I'll save the best for last. But, I just mentioned in my previous video that I uploaded, right? The one where I had the Aerosmith CD. And I talked about how I went and I got this Creed CD that I have not listened to yet. But I was also looking for this there was a Queen CD that was there. And I was like, oh shit, dude, I'm gonna get a Queen CD. Like, it's cheap. It's got a bunch of the good songs on it. Hell yeah. And I'm looking for it. And I'm like, where'd it go? And I was like, oh shit, somebody got it before me. Apparently not. It was there. A week later, it's still fucking there somehow. And dude, I mean, literally almost all of these songs are like very well-known Queen songs. Like, I'm looking at, like, there's like 2 or 3 that I don't know. So, you know, like Bohemian Rhapsody, We Are the Champions, We Will Rock You, Another One Bites the Dust, Fat Bottom Girls, Tie Your Mother Down. Like, holy shit. Holy shit, what an album. $8.99? That was like the stupidest face ever. But see, that actually was not the first thing that I found. That was just me looking through the value CDs. I was like, oh shit, that Queen CD is still here. I know what I'm getting. But what actually, like, I walk in. I go over the CDs. I go over it to my, you know, my usual shelf. I go and I look. And the thing that is staring me in the face is this. And I was like, oh my fucking god. Oh my god. Is that Judas Priest that I don't have? Because all I've been able to find is Screaming for Vengeance and Invincible Shield. That's it. And I want more Judas Priest. And the craziest part of it all, right? Literally today, I have not done this in months, right? It's been like a while since I've done this. I was listening to Judas Priest today on the way here. It's literally still in my car right now. And I have not listened to Judas Priest in probably at least like a month. Well, I haven't put the CD in at least a month. And I put it in today, and boom! What? And dude, this is like all the good Judas Priest songs, dude. You got Another Thing Coming, Electric Eye, right? But then you got Breaking the Law, Hellbent for Leather, you know, Living After Midnight, like, yes, yes, dude. No Devil's Child on here, but, dude, and like, this is like recent. This just came out like less than 2 weeks ago, apparently, is what this says. It says released on June 19th, and it is currently July 1st. Couldn't remember. It is currently July 1st. And this was just there. Oh my god, dude. I am so excited, dude. The Best of Judas Priest. Yes, dude. Oh my god, I'm so excited, dude. And you know I'm listening to this on the way home. Well, I guess technically I can if I want to finish the point of this video. But like, holy fuck, dude. Oh my god, I'm so excited. What the hell? Wow. So, this is just like a little sleeve for this, which is then a sleeve for the CD. Huh. That is very interesting. That is very interesting. Holy shit. But I am... Oh man. We already got some little guys on there. What the hell? How did that happen? Damn. Sony Music Entertainment, you gotta step up your game. Whatever though, I don't really care. I mean, dust is the thing that happens, and also this is probably not the greatest packaging in the world. If I'm being honest, this is not a nice jeweled case, you know? So here's what it is. But dude, I'm so excited with this Queen CD, but this is amazing. I'm so excited about this fucking Judas Priest CD. And with that, yeah, I gotta talk about everything else that happened, because when I recorded the last part of this video, it was like 2 hours ago. I went to the cafe. I bought a pizza pretzel, which I ate before I started before I started recording this. And I got an iced tea, and I just sat down with this tiny little notebook, and I was like, you know what, I'm just gonna try to write some stuff down of things to remember for this video. And that was actually not how it started out. Because then I got this idea, right, of this song, which I'm not gonna fully spoil or anything. But basically, a song about a robot that achieves self-awareness, and kind of is a little similar to Buried Alive, which is a song I've been listening to a lot lately. And I was like, it's kind of cool. And then I wrote like a bunch of pages. Not a bunch of, I wrote like 2.5 pages about it. I mean, they're small pages, but like still, like just writing about like some ideas I had for it. And I was like, this could be an interesting idea. Because the robot thing has been on my brain a lot the past couple days. And so I want to talk about it now a little bit. I'm not going to go super in depth with it, but just kind of some general thoughts that I had that I went and I wrote down. So basically, I kind of feel like I've almost programmed myself into becoming a robot. And I know it sounds weird, but I feel like I have been thinking this for a while, and I didn't fully realize the extent of it until like now. Like, it really hit me the past couple days. So for example, I made that video a while ago, which I believe might be the video that has the most views on this channel, which is a video called Nice Guys Finish Last. And people saw that and said, hey man, you know, you're fat, so that's why you don't have a girlfriend. You know, it's not anything about being a nice guy. And I was like, that wasn't the point of the video. the point of the video that I was trying to make in that was that basically when your only personality trait is that you're a nice guy, nobody actually really cares about you. Because it's like, well, that guy's a nice guy, but there's nothing special that makes people interested in you, you know? There's nothing that makes them go, man, this is an interesting person that I want to talk to. It's just, they know if they talk to you, it's going to be like, hi, you know? How's your day? Good. Yeah. Wow, yeah, everything's been great. Like, who wants to watch that, or who wants to, you know, interact with that all the time, right? So that was kind of the general idea that I had in that video that I talked about. And reason why I bring it up is that I feel like this robot concept has kind of come from that slowly. Because one of the things I talked about when I was with my therapist today was just how I feel like I'm scared to mention a lot of like personal details in my life. And I feel like sometimes I'm not really that scared to do it in these videos. For some reason, I don't know why. I guess because I'm not actually talking to anybody. Maybe that is part of it. But that kind of ties in the nice guys thing, because it's like I'm hiding my other personality traits and just only making it, I'm a nice guy and I'm a hard worker, and that is it. So, to kind of piggyback off of that, there are a lot of things that I do actually want to do, and a lot of like personal things that I do want to do, but I just don't. And for example, right, I would say singing is kind of one of those things, which I will talk about later again. I do enjoy singing, right? It's something I like doing, and something I've found a lot of value in the past year or so at this point. And the problem is, it's kind of hard for me to do it, because there are there are other places, like sometimes I sing in the car, for example, right? But there are two main places that I spend most of my time, and that is at home and at work. And the thing is, I have a hard time singing at home because usually people are around all the time. So the only time I can really sing is in the morning, and well, I'm not much of a morning person. So like waking up at like 7 a.m. to sing is just not gonna happen. It's just not gonna happen. And then at work, well, you know, it's gonna be kind of hard to just start singing about, you know, like necrophilia at work. I mean, to be honest, I'm probably not singing A Little Piece of Heaven at work, but like even outside of that, right? Like I don't know, let's say I sing like Critical Acclaim or something, right? And you know, somebody's just walking by the deli and I'm just there like, you know, like, me, motherfucker, and like they're just gonna be like, oh, huh? You guy just called me a motherfucker? What the hell? And so it's like, I can't really like do that. But I've also had this really big urge to, which I'll go back to again later. But those are the places I spend the most time, and I don't get to, you know, do the thing I want to do. Another example of this, right, is making videos, because man, I have so many video ideas and I pretty much never act upon them, and a lot of the time is because I'll do the initial kind of phase, like maybe even write it out, right? And then either what happens is I end up scrapping the script, which happens a lot, or I want to record it, but I just never end up recording it because the only time I can realistically record it is in the morning. And I guess it's gotten a little easier for me to make videos now because I can do it in my car. But it's still something that's hard if I want to make stuff that's like better quality, you know, and the air conditioner is not just fucking blowing in the microphone the whole time. Can't really do that. So I have been thinking a lot about that, about how I don't do a lot of things that I want to do because I guess I'm afraid of revealing personal things about myself to other people. And I just kind of wrote this down for like fun, I guess, but I spent a lot of time just like thinking and not doing anything. And I feel like that's something an AI would do, right? Where it's like, you know, you type in something in ChatGPT and it's gotta like, it doesn't just insta have the answer. It's gotta think for like a couple seconds, like, huh. You know? And I find a lot of the time I do kind of, you know, think a lot and not, like, I think more than I'm actually doing, you know? So, yeah. That's kind of a thing. But the reason why I keep bringing up the robot thing is that back when I was around like middle school, right? I had this like depressive phase, right? Which I mean, I feel like it just kind of naturally sort of happens at a time anyway, because like you're going through puberty and life sucks and middle school just sucks. But, when I was at that point, there was a point in time where I kind of said to myself, like, you know, I kind of just want to, like, be a robot. And part of it is because I was really into Cave Story at the time. So I was like, you know, quote and curly brace, they're, like, really cool because, you know, they're like, robot soldiers and shit. I love their designs and everything, but I wanted to be a robot because I was like, if I'm a robot, right, I no longer have to worry about a lot of my like human flaws. Like, for example, I mean, like, my teeth, you know, were fucked up, and instead of having to spend several $1,000s to fix a bunch of them, I could have just became a robot and I would never have to worry about that ever again. No problems there, right? And then on top of that, right? On the one hand, it's nice because you no longer have to deal with all your human bullshit. But then you're also just, you're stronger, you're smarter, you're, you know, pretty much better at everything. You know? You essentially are so much better than a human. But thing is that when you are a robot, you also lose a lot of the qualities of a human. And I guess, like, technically in Cave Story there are a lot of, like, elements of personality and stuff. It's not like they're just very, like, bland personalities. Well, I guess technically Quote kind of has, like, not really much of a personality. He doesn't say anything unless you play Curly Story. But point is, right, when you're a human, or when you're a human, you have things that you experience that come from being a human, whereas robots do not experience that stuff. So, for example, robots can't have emotion. Robots can't, you know, experience pleasure or happiness or sadness or whatever. And, like, those things are kind of important to the human element. And so I kind of find that, yeah, there's a lot of things that suck about being a human, but there are also a lot of things that suck about being a robot. But I feel like I unknowingly somehow managed to program my personality, sort of, into this person who is nice and inoffensive and doesn't want to bother anybody. And I think therein lies the problem, right? That I've created this sort of robotic personality by kind of reinforcing it over years and years and years. And I think a lot of it also goes into perfectionism and stuff, which I've talked about perfectionism before. And so I have been like, man, I am kind of just a robot. Like, I kind of just don't really do anything or have a personality or anything. Like, I just kind of am like robotic, you know, in that sense. And so I've been trying to think about how I can kind of fix that. And one of the things that has come up a lot as I've been thinking about it is some of the urges I get, which ties back into what I was saying before. Because it's been a thing for like a while. Like, it probably dates back to really like months. Like, especially after the whole Brian saga started, like for real. And I really got into Avenged Sevenfold, and particularly I found myself really identifying with Trash and Scattered, and I loved that song a lot. And it got a lot of meaning when I was dealing with this stupid motherfucker who was not being very nice to me and was trying to fucking like label me as this do nothing, trying to get me fired, all this bullshit. And I basically felt that the song really kind of spoke to a lot of things that were going on. So what I did was, you know, I'd sing it a lot at like home and stuff. Like, sometimes I'd wake up early, and if nobody's there, I would just sing it. And I would sing it a lot in the car. I literally sang it like the days before I went in to go speak with my managers about what the fuck was going on. And I had this like thought, which I never actually did because it would be a horrible idea. But I had this thought of, man, imagine if I could just, like, he does something, right? Like, let's say, you know, he starts getting angry at me again, and he starts texting, and I just start singing, keep on riding your, like, and he would just be like, oh fuck, like, and that, it would probably blow up into a lot of things, because, you know, I'd be sitting there like, you goddamn motherfucker, always wasting my time, like, bad idea for job security. But it was always something that, like, I kind of wanted to do. I didn't act on it, but I was like, God, dude, if I was not as nice of a person as I am, I would have done that shit, bro. Or at least, like, sing the fucking chorus of Nightmare at him, you know? Just... But, I recently have really just been getting this urge to, like, sing songs that are not as offensive. Like, songs where I'm not calling someone a goddamn motherfucker, you know? And I have, like, I feel like my brain has almost been, like, trying to goad me into doing it, dude. Like, there was a night, I think it was last Thursday. Yeah, I think it was Thursday. And, dude, my brain was really trying to get me to sing Buried Alive, dude. It was literally just repeating the fucking, like, start of the song, just, like, it's like this, you know, this kind of chill guitar, you know, just kept repeating it over and over again. It's like, hey, is this song good? You should start singing it. And then, like, it just kept looping, like, the first lyrics, just take the time, and I didn't act on it. But I've been thinking a lot about those human kind of urges that I'm always fighting, and I realized maybe I should, if I want to get that personality out, maybe I need to actually, you know, maybe I need to act on some of those urges. Maybe I need to not be afraid to talk to people about things that I do or things that I like, or not be afraid to act around other people the way that I want to act, you know? And stop, like, self-censoring myself in that sort of way. And it's made me think a lot about it too, like, where do those urges even come from? And I can't really figure it out. Like, I don't really know. Like, I guess it comes I mean, it comes from within, but it's like, is that like a higher power? Is that, somebody else kind of planting the seed in me? I don't know. But what I do know is that I feel like they kind of do make you a more like human person, because a robot is never going to just start singing unless like somebody deliberately asks for it. Like, hey, can you sing me a Pikachu lullaby? But like, no robot would just start doing that, you know? But a human would, because a human has the desire and the want to do that, even though realistically it makes no sense. It's like you're exerting more energy, and for what? For nothing. So that is ultimately the point I was trying to get at. And yeah, I think with that, I think that's pretty much all I had to say. But I do have high hopes for the song that I now have an idea of making. It's gotten further than any of the other songs that I've had in my head. So that's a possibility down the line. But with that, I think I'm gonna go head home and listen to some Judas Priest. Because I kind of have to piss. But man, I gotta listen to some Judas Priest. And thankfully, I think rush hour should be pretty much over, because it's like already 6:15. So yeah. And with that, it's time for me to go. Pikachu, you better not be speaking. You better not say anything. Good. So yeah. But man, am I excited about the Judas Priest and the Queen. God, man, what a good day at Barnes & Noble. Yes. And now I'm gonna go head home. So, yeah, I guess that's it. What the fuck? What the hell? What is that? Like, I didn't even start recording. And that just happened. Pikachu just started singing a lullaby to me. No. How did you... I think it's this. I don't remember how to turn it off. Pikachu's just on, bro. How the fuck? What? Pikachu, you're getting turned off. Pikachu, you're gonna go from being like this, you're going down, okay? Stupid fucking electric mouse. What the fuck? I can't, bro. I can't. How did that happen? Troubleshooting. No, none of this is... When connection... No, it's not what I need. How do I... About... How the fuck do I turn this off? Frequently asked questions. How the fuck do I turn off Pikachu? Pikachu. Turn him off. Pikachu with the hat isn't growing friendlier. I can't hear Pikachu cry even if I shake the device while pressing that down the top. Why do you want to hear Pikachu cry? What the fuck? Bro, what is going on, bro? What the hell is going on anymore? Bro, what is happening? What the fuck? I just got I was so excited. I'm like, man, I just did all this writing. I just found some fucking awesome CDs, and then Pikachu.